a helicopter with
I know.
with a chain.
And holds it. And holds a helicopter.
Thing is, Marvel has thousands of my dollars already.
Got you.
Thousands.
You were got.
Because I'm already years from now. I'm still going to be watching.
They got you.
They got me from
It's
2008.
inevitable.
Okay.
They can't even stop. You can't even stop that train right now.
What is Tarkin's goal right now with this new group?
So Tarkin, of course, is in charge of the entire Imperial force. Him and Darth Vader are equals.
Yeah, where's that Vader?
Well, you know.
Oh wait.
They- Well,
Yeah.
don't forget now, Vader this is just after Order 66. So, oh man, how cool was it?
Yes. She blows up the TVA, right? And we get a bunch of different timelines, which I'm gonna go over because there's a bunch of different ones that we actually recognize. So let's start with one of them. It's because 2020 we had nothing. You know how hard that. Let's really talk about this. You know how hard it was to get through 2020. I've had something Marvel, something superhero since I was 8. Every year since I was 8. And then 2020 is like, no. All right, guys. Welcome back to DNA Reviews. Today we are going to be talking about, it's finally here. We're going to be talking about Black Widow, guys. We have been waiting for this movie for a year and a half now. And the last time... Yeah, and the last time we had a Marvel movie was July of 2019, so it's been 2 years since we've seen a Marvel movie in the big screen. So we're gonna give you your full review, and also don't forget that Super Chats are on, and we also will be reviewing Loki Episode 5, Bad Batch Episode 11. I'll be doing like a mini review of Monsters, Inc., and some other movie news like What If trailer came out. So this is a jam-packed review, DNA reviews here. Okay, we're gonna be talking about a lot. So let's start with Black Widow. What did you think of it?
So it was good. I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Good action sequences, good dialogue, good family content. It was a good movie. You know, it didn't live up to the. It didn't live up to the hype. Maybe I was too hyped for it. I think I was too hyped for it. I think I was too hyped for it. So I was looking forward to like Winter Soldier type movie, you know, espionage stuff.
Because I love Winter Soldier so much because it's a spy movie. That's my favorite Marvel movie. It's always been my favorite Marvel movie since 2013, and it's because it's such a grounded spy movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I expected from Black Widow. A thing that I did like about the show is that it kept. What am I trying to say?
Kept moving?
No, it was aligned with Black Widow's personality. It wasn't it started out not too jokey. She didn't make a lot of jokes because that's not Black Widow. So that made sense. And yeah, I liked the movie, but it didn't live up to its hype. And us waiting 2 years for a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think what it is, it's not that it didn't live up to its hype. I think we were just too hyped. Because we hadn't seen a movie, we haven't seen a Marvel movie in so long. I think we were really looking forward to a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
And I will tell anyone who's watching it that go see the movie. It's a good movie.
I mean, you have to. Yeah. Marvel has you in a contract for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable movie. I had fun. It was good action in it. You know, it wasn't up there to Russo brother fair. You know, it was down a little lower for me.
For me, I give it a C. And people would think like, oh my gosh, a C is really bad. But a C for Marvel, because an A is Russo brothers. B is like, for me, Iron Man, Age of Ultron, Black Panther. That's a B. Thor Ragnarok is an A. Thor 1 is a B, and then C is Captain Marvel, Black Widow, Ant-Man 1. Like, you know, like the movies that are like, oh, okay, like for me, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 is a C. So like, there are movies that exist, and I had a fun time. It was enjoyable, but it wasn't like, whoa, existential crisis, overthinking, like analyzing. And that's the thing is, what takes away from it a little bit is the fact that we know, spoiler, it shouldn't be a spoiler because it's been 2 years. We know that she's dead, so there's no, like, stakes.
There's no stakes. She can't die. I mean, you're not thinking she's going to die. But the other people around them could die. So there's some stakes there, but there's no stakes for Black Widow. But no, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was a good time at the movies. Lots of sound, explosion, lots of action. It furthered the story. The villain was awesome. Taskmaster.
Yes, I wish that there was. You just have to get. I've heard a lot of people already say this about Taskmaster, that there wasn't enough, and you want more, because Taskmaster was just great.
Yeah.
They were a great character. It was just it was 10 out of 10. Yeah. So you're gonna be like, there should have been more.
Yeah, there should have been more Taskmaster.
There needs to be more.
Yeah, because that was a good character.
Good character, yeah.
I love that character, but good reveal with that and everything as well. So this is a non-spoiler review of Black Widow, but yeah, it was good. We enjoyed it.
It was a C for me, and that's not a bad thing, guys. Go watch the movie and have your own review on it. 7 out of 10. 7 out. I think 7 out of 10 is really good.
I'll agree with that. I'll give it 7.5.
And yeah, like I don't know. Maybe it'll take me a little bit to watch it again. Like with Captain Marvel. Have I watched that movie again? No, I've watched it twice. Yeah, I came back to it. Oh, sorry. I came back to it. So when it comes to Disney Plus for free, I'll look at it again, because the thing is, I'm always a villain person. So I feel like there wasn't enough stakes with the villain. Yeah. So I'm like, why do I need to come back? Like,
yeah. It needed some more. It needed a little help. It needed a
little more.
Especially after watching, the Snyder cut of Justice League this year,
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like
it's hard for me to be excited about something like that.
Right. But the thing is, we also have to. Our stakes were high, like our expectations were high, and I feel like that's allowed, because with Loki, Winter Soldier, a WandaVision, like our expectations were high, and then they were fulfilled.
You know what you make me think of when you say that? This movie should have really been a 6-part Disney Plus show.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been interesting, because her on the run and her different adventures, because that's what it felt like. Yeah. It felt like a grounded spy movie, which I really like. We can't do spoilers yet. Next Friday we'll do spoilers for this movie, because I want to get into more details. Yeah. But that would have been cool if it was a 6-parter, because her little adventures, and just like with Winter Soldier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but it was good. Overall, it was good. Recommend you guys go see it. So next week we'll dive deep into the bones of it and dissect the movie a little deeper.
After y'all watch it, so we're not spoiling it for y'all.
It's first day out, so we're not gonna spoil it.
First day out. Yes, we got ahead of the time. We're like those critics, even though it's been out for like a day. We're like the other critics, even though other people were already had their reviews out like a week ago. But yeah, some people were saying the same things, where they're like, it was a good movie and it was a fun time. Like you'll like it. Yeah, it's Marvel.
Yep, that's it. That's all of it. That's all we got for Black Widow.
For Black Widow. Yep. Do you like our poster? Our Black Widow poster. So that's it for Black Widow. Oh yes, my Black Widow shirt, and red pants to match. Okay, this is a serious situation. All right, so are y'all ready for Loki?
All right, so Loki will be spoilers.
Yes, Loki will be spoilers.
And today's Friday, so by now you should have seen Loki already.
Yeah,
it's been 2 days.
Yeah, so it's been 2 days, and
you have to have seen Loki by now.
Yeah, we're not doing the whole non-spoiler. Okay, Loki. So we go into Loki. Now I'm thinking about that review guy that we watched, where he was like, the camera pushed in and went clockwise, and then once it got to the elevator, it turned counterclockwise. What could that mean?
Too deep.
What does that mean? Yo, come on.
Too deep. That was just too deep. Just tell me about the show.
Too deep.
Tell me. I don't need to know all about the camera stakes.
But the cold open was 10 out of 10. The music, especially when we watched it in the home theater, you could really feel it. So that cold open was good. It went to the elevator and stuff like that, and then it panned to the to him on this planet, this place, whatever. And we're introduced to boastful Loki, classic Loki, and kid Loki, and then also Crocky. That's what people are calling it. But
crocodile Loki.
Yes, but in the show it's called an alligator. But they really should have called it a crocodile. Yeah, so for Crocky,
it's probably an alligator then.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, we got all 4 of those, and he's like, "What's going on here? What's happening?" And they're like, "This is the end of time or something like that."
Yeah, so we find out in this show. So this episode of Loki was really another informational thing, and it was littered with Easter eggs for nerds.
Yeah, it was.
It was really a nerd fest of stuff that was happening in this episode. If you didn't know anything about Loki, you missed a bunch of stuff. But which I missed a bunch of stuff too, and I know some stuff about Loki, but I just missed a bunch of stuff. But anyway, this episode is cool because we found out in this episode is that where they are is at the end of time. So nothing here is being created, so you can't create a variant. This is the actual end. So you're not changing, and this is where all the time streams actually come together, and they're building out from that point. So that's why they're still there.
So yeah, we learned that they're still writing history.
Right.
And Ramona, that's her name, right? I think that's her name. But she tells Sylvie, she tells them where she tells her where they get sent. Which I'm like,
yeah,
you should have just said that they were dead. Like, but Sylvie wouldn't have pruned herself if she didn't know that.
Well, she was buying time, right? So she was like, I want to work with you. Right,
right.
You know, I want to help you to.
But she told her the truth.
Find out what's going on.
Yeah.
And all this other good stuff. So she was she was buying time for the TVA people to come in.
Yeah.
And then what's the name of the little cartoon again?
Miss Minutes.
Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
What's funny with that? Miss Minutes
with her eyes.
Miss Minutes is like, oh, she's like, how do we get there? She's like, well, there's no way for us to get there. Well, then she's like, I'm gonna have to kill you then if we can't. Miss Minutes is like, we can use the time spaceship.
Yeah, and usually in shows they try to like make it really obvious, but like they didn't make it too obvious, but I still caught it. I was like, Miss Minutes, you're up to something.
She's up to something. Yeah.
And they were.
She's stalling. It's almost there. I'm almost there. Yeah, that was a good scene.
So yeah, Miss Minutes is like sentient but not sentient.
Yeah, something
like
some
that.
kind of AI, but she know enough to know
what's going on.
She's in trouble, so I got to stall for time,
right?
Until the guys get here. So the guys get in the room. She asked her. She said, "Look, if you give yourself up now, I'll put you in a loop with your favorite memory."
Why would I want to be in a loop? It will then become my worst memory, being like, oh my gosh, okay, here we go again. Yeah. Like, you know?
She said, I only have one great memory. Of course, she's thinking about the planet with herself, Loki.
Oh, I was thinking with like Thor or something when she was a kid.
No.
Oh, she was thinking about.
That's why she went after Loki. She's like, I already got one. You don't like that, huh? She's like, I already have one memory, and then she prunes herself,
and she takes she goes there.
She takes the TVA device.
Yeah. So we do find out about a lot of things in this episode. We find out about Kid Loki's Nexus event where he killed Thor, which is like
killed Thor.
That's a big thing.
That's a big thing. Yeah.
Like Loki's a god, but Thor is an actual god. You know, like that's insane. So that's a crazy Nexus event.
And he was like, "Why is a kid in charge?"
I killed Loki. I mean Thor. I killed Thor. What else? Like what else is that?
You know
what I mean?
So
we find out that classic Loki's Nexus event was okay. So there's theories about this. Let me get into it.
Get into it.
So we find out that classic Loki's Nexus event is so he was fighting against Thanos, as we've seen in Infinity War.
Right.
Where he gets killed, but he was like, it was a projection of myself, and I was able to get away to go to this certain planet for years and years and years. And then I got lonely, and I wanted to see my brother again. And when he tried to get off the planet, that's when the TVA was like, "Skirt, you're supposed to be sad for the rest of your life." I guess that's what's written for Loki's. Yeah. So people are thinking that our Loki is classic Loki.
Could be, because
there's been like theories like years ago when Infinity War first came out. People were like, this is a projection. Because they were like, we saw a little figure. You know how people are. You know, Dad, you know how people are. Let's just get into it. So they're like, we saw this little figure run across this like ship. And it looked like he had horns. So that's Loki. Jeez. And then.
Just like how we thought, we saw a little smudge coming down the screen. And they thought that was Doctor Strange.
Silver Surfer.
This is way too much energy.
Yeah, so people, they're like, we saw the little thing. We saw a person walking that looked like they had horns. That's our Loki, and that's the classic Loki. But then I'm like, so who is this Loki? Well, I guess that makes sense because
different time.
Oh, different time. So it could make sense. They're like, this is our Loki. I'm like,
whatever.
Progressive
Loki from the future, and they pulled him out.
Yeah, because that would make sense because progressed Loki loves his brother.
But that wouldn't make any sense because think about it. How is future Loki and this other Loki occupying the same time? it doesn't make any sense because if you already pulled me out, how did I get back
It's
to
a different-
how did I get back to 4 years in the future where I got projected? So yeah, that makes no sense. But you know what? Nothing time makes
it
sense.
does make sense because wait. So when they took it's too many Lokis. When they took this Loki from this time right now in the show, when they took him, they reset. They were like reset the timeline.
Everything else went straight, and then
so it went back.
And then he did another variant.
Yes, it happened several times. Several variants. And then, he made a projection of himself, and then he went to a different planet. And this is the progressed Loki from Thor Ragnarok.
You see why you would get a headache trying to follow this mess, right?
Yeah. There was this girl on TikTok that was like so confused, and I was like, I'm able to explain it to you, but I don't feel like it. Like, that's the thing. I don't feel like explaining to you how this time works in this show. Because she was like, how does this person go here, and this here, and that. And I'm like, you just have to really pay attention. Like, you have to really get into it for you to understand the time in this show, you know?
But he's very powerful Loki, though. The old Loki.
Yes. Let's just get into Loki. Yeah, let's just get into classic Loki. So let's just move on to the end because classic Loki is really cool. He was able to project Asgard as if it was nothing, and then that was an awakening for our Loki because he was like, I think we're
more powerful than we think. We know we are.
Yeah, we're a lot more powerful, and Loki learns how to enchant people, which is really good because this has been really sad right now because our Loki is so weak. He's the weakest Loki.
He's growing.
He is the weakest Loki. And it's like everyone else is like has this cool thing going on, da 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 da. Then he's like, hey, here's a blast.
Before we jump to that, let's go back a second.
Okay.
How cool was it downstairs in the when they were downstairs in the underground bunker? They were all chilling, having drinks, relaxing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then alligator Loki's sitting in liquor, drinking his liquor, right? And then one of the Lokis, somebody said something smart.
Boastful Loki.
He said something smart. Alligator Loki don't play. He's like, what'd you say? He was like, what'd you say?
He's like, what did you say?
What'd you say?
He's like trying to bite him off, bite his hand off, right?
He just went straight for him.
He was like,
I don't take no stuff, man.
Yeah, boastful Loki was like, at least my Nexus event wasn't eating the wrong cat. And he was like, oh, bets. He's like, bets, let's go.
That was funny.
Yeah.
It was a good scene. To me, this episode was more contained. There was only a small part that furthered the story. Right. But the stuff that was happening that was contained was fun to watch.
Right.
Like when the other Loki showed up, the one that looks like Tom Hiddleston.
Before we get there. So Loki, our Loki was like, all right, guys, we need to think of a plan. And they're all like, yo, we have already, obviously we're you, so we've already done all of this. And he's like, no, I'm going to go try. Yeah. And so he leaves the bunker and he lifts it and he's like all shocked. And I thought it was Sylvie. I was like, okay, so this is because she already pruned herself by then? Yeah. I was like, okay, so Sylvie's there. And then you see all of these Lokis, and we see President Loki looking over, and he's like, "Oh, which one are you?" Yeah. And that was a really cool scene. That was. Yeah, and then they all come down, and
this next scene was the best.
This whole scene was a mess.
It was the best scene.
Yes, it was the best scene though. Boastful Loki's like, "Yeah, so I'm taking over as king now," and President Loki's like, I'm the king now." And everyone else is like, "Actually,
we're the king now."
We're king now.
It was everybody betraying everybody. It was double cross happening after double cross. Like, how can you trust yourself?
And
you can't even trust yourself.
Kind of like,
but you know what was so cool about that scene was it shows that even though they're in a dump, right? And the throne really is just nothing more than a reclining chair. They still want to be on the reclining chair. I need to be the king of the junkyard. There's nothing to be in charge of. It's a wasteland. Everyone's dying around you. It's pretty much a dump. Yeah. Literally a dump with dump trash. But they don't care. I need to be king.
That's my whole agenda.
Existence. Glorious purpose.
Like, oh my gosh, like a reclining chair.
I know. They want it. I want the reclining chair.
Yep.
Get out of my chair.
And so they all start fighting, and our Loki's like, he's like, is this really? Yeah. Is this really what it is? Is this really how I am?
He hadn't been here long enough.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if he was there long enough,
I don't know.
That's where he would end up.
I don't know. I was talking to friends being like, our Loki's weak. I'm sorry. I don't even care anymore. He's weak, and he's getting too nice, and I'm over it.
He's got to be nice. It's his show.
I'm done.
He's got to be nice. You got to be relatable.
No, I don't want you to be relatable. I want you to be the bad guy, or not the bad guy.
Bad guy of what?
Not the bad guy, but at least like
You just want
determined.
him to be, you want him to be
That's not
savage.
the right word. Savage. That's the word. Thank you. Be like, just let's go. So yeah,
He uses his brain.
I don't care.
He'll set you up, then he'll betray you.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's betrayed Sophie.
Sylvie, yeah.
Sylvie, and he really likes her.
We're not getting
We're not
there
going
yet.
there. We're not going there.
Not yet. So after that president scene, classic Loki makes a projection, which is interesting because we know Loki can do that,
Right.
but Loki can't make projections of other people.
Yeah.
Like he can turn himself to other people, but I don't think he's ever like projected other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that shows power,
He was very
and
powerful.
he teleported
Yeah, he opened up a portal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which the Space Stone does.
Yeah.
So that says something right there. The Space Stone does portals.
Yeah.
So
powerful.
yeah, he's powerful. And so yeah, Sylvie comes in and we get to see Mobius again. That scene was really cool because she was running away from the ghost thing, the smoke.
Cloud,
I forgot their name.
the cloud monster.
Running away from the cloud monster, and she briefly sees a projection. And people were like, "Oh, that kind of looked like something from Doctor Strange or something like that." And I was like, I didn't even watch the whole thing, but something like that. But she had a brief projection, or enchantment, and
She saw something.
she saw something.
Yeah.
And Mobius comes in, which is nice to see Mobius again. But it was just like he was like the only Mobius. But was he a Loki? No,
Bum,
he's
bum, bum.
he just Mobius.
So, yeah.
He just Mobius. But yeah, Mobius was cool. And Sylvie's like, hey, Mobius, here's your little time thingamabob. You can go back and burn the place to the ground. He brings that reference
Like,
back.
I'm going to burn the place to the ground.
Yeah. And then Loki and Sylvie have a moment, and they're really nice to each other at the end. So now, I'm sorry, it just,
It's too weird.
oh, be friends. No,
too
they
weird.
seem like they're being friends though.
Yeah, they're being friends.
They're friends. Is it good, Dad?
Yeah, they're being friends.
They're being friends, and that's all it needs to be, because that's the only thing that makes sense is that they're being friends, and people are like, this is him loving himself, and I'm like, okay, he's loving himself. Loki love Loki, not Loki love Sylvie. Please, like Sylvie, Loki, I don't even like that. Please. So yeah, she's like, and then they go fight the ghost, and she's like, you can enchantment, you can do it, and I like that scene.
Yeah,
That
it was
whole
a good scene. It
all
was the
together.
whole thing. Good graphics, good story, good everything there. And right after they do that, this gate opens up to somewhere.
Something.
Yeah.
And people are thinking that's King Loki.
Ah,
People thinking it's King Loki. And like
maybe it's Kang the
because
Conqueror.
there's some scenes from the trailer that we haven't seen in the show yet.
Yeah.
And people were like, there's another Loki that we haven't seen yet. And we're like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. And I forgot.
Well, hopefully we get to the
Right.
person who's behind the TVA.
Yeah, if
and
they
not
do a
another. We don't
whole-
need another Loki.
If they do a whole like cliffhanger where you have to watch Madness, Multiverse of Madness to understand what's going on, that's not until May of 2022. Do not do that to us.
Now they need to wrap this up.
And the thing is, they do need to wrap this up because I'm pretty sure next week, I really think that next week, guys, we're going to get the Spider-Man trailer because I think that episode 6 is going to explain the multiverse,
Right.
and then we get the Spider-Man trailer. You need to give us that trailer because it's supposed to come out in December, right?
Yeah.
Do not push it because people are in the movie theaters. Black Widow came out already. Do not push this movie out. I will fight them. I will do it. We have 3 more movies out this year.
You hear about people spamming Marvel? Sony, I mean, sorry.
About what?
Anytime they put out a tweet about
Oh.
Spider-Man,
Like,
people
release
are,
the trailer.
Where's the trailer? Where's the trailer? They're like a bunch
Yeah.
of trailer, release the trailer, release the trailer.
And people, I saw this TikTok where it was set in 2012, and I was like, wow, 6 of our Avengers in one movie, and then it was like 2014 or something like that, and then it was like, wow, 2 movies a year? That's amazing. And then now 3 shows, 4 movies, 3 shows and 4 shows and 4 movies, and then we're still like, where's the trailer? Where's the trailer? We're literally getting so much content, guys. Just wait.
Just wait.
4 shows and 4 movies, then.
Trailer's coming.
Where's the trailer? Well, we used to get. I remember in 2016 when Civil War and oh wait, what came out? I don't remember now.
Bunch of movies.
It was like 2 movies in the year, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's a lot of stuff going on right now, so we'll see what happens.
But if it doesn't come out next week, then I will also tweet.
I don't care, to be honest.
Sony, I will.
I have not been 100% impressed with Spider-Man movies, so.
I mean, same, but I need it to be confirmed that they are in the movie, that Toby and Andrew are in the movie.
They're not gonna show that no trailer.
You don't think so?
No.
But I mean, I don't know.
If you put that in the trailer, you just messed up.
You ruined the movie.
Yeah, you can't put that in the trailer. You gotta save that reveal for the movie.
For the movie.
So people's hands can get grabbed and stuff.
Yeah. Tony, not Tony. It's Tom. I mean, Toby.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah.
I hope they don't put that in the trailer. That wouldn't make any sense.
It would ruin it. Yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man, we'll get it. We'll see. Part 3.
Hopefully it's good.
3.
Not impressed with Spider-Man.
I'm not impressed
I just
either.
don't like the Tom Holland run.
I don't. He's too much of a kid, and I just wish by now, though, the first movie came out in 2017. It's been 4 years. I'm pretty sure he was 15, so he should be 19 now. Even if he was 14, he should be 18 now.
He got dusted, though.
No, even then, Dad, it's been 4 years. Yeah. So he should be 18 now. He should be 19 now. Something. I don't even care. A senior in high school. We'll take that. Fine.
Stop talking like this.
Mr. Stark, what's going on? I fought Thanos, but I'm still scared of everything.
I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to make that work. I don't know how to make decisions.
I'm not smart enough to make things myself. I have to use Tony Stark's technology.
Yeah, his whole rant with that voice is so childish. Like, what teenager talks like this? Anyway, I hate it. Whatever.
Fought Thanos. I still don't have Spidey sense though. Okay.
He got his Spidey sense.
After Thanos, Dad.
Well,
after going to space.
You gotta develop
on a different planet.
He didn't get scared enough.
Dusted as well.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Dusted.
He said I don't feel so good.
It's fine. So, I think that's it for
Loki.
For Loki. I don't know
Ratings.
what else. Ratings. This one isn't my favorite because episode 2, Detective Loki, is close to my heart. I loved episode 2, and then episode 4 was good too. So, a 7.
Yeah.
It was an enjoyable time, just like with Black Widow.
Yeah, I'll give that 7 as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't blown away. I wasn't like, I have to watch this again.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it again.
I did.
Even though all across the internet they were like, there were so many Easter eggs. I was like, just show it to me.
I know, yeah. Because the Easter eggs were for the big fans. I did watch it again because I just like to watch it again. But yeah.
Yeah, it was all right. I didn't feel like watching it again. It was okay.
Yeah. All right, that's it for Loki. Don't forget, Super Chats are on. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We are going to move on to The Bad Batch. So what did you think of The Bad Batch?
This was a good episode, The Bad Batch. I really enjoyed this episode. This is the episode we've been talking about. It's about the Republic, how the Omega was in it for like 5 seconds. Okay, whatever. But this is about the Republic, how they're furthering their hold and their influence on other planets and how the senators are working with them.
Yes, the background, that's what we've been wanting. We want the Empire. Like if it's placed right after Order 66, I want to see how
you're manipulating people
together.
And how are this few people controlling this many people across the galaxy.
Like galaxy, okay?
You know, not even the planet.
Yeah.
The galaxy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you hear the scale of it though. Like they dropped 200,000 clone troopers on this planet. But still 200,000 people on a planet? How many people on this planet?
Yeah.
You know, so how do they control all these people? That's what I want to learn.
Right.
So it was good to watch it. You see that, one of the guys who's a clone trooper in this, I forget his name. Anyway, he takes his mask off. He's a clone trooper. He works with them. And he's kind of torn. He's like, you know, when they were trying to go after the little girl, he's like, she's just a little girl. So they're not mindless.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just saying, it's the Empire.
It's the
It's
Empire.
a serious situation.
Yeah, but they're not mindless drones, right? They still think, you know, Order 66 happened and they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do, but they're still able to think and process things. So he was kind of, you know, trying to help the girl out and all kind of stuff with her father. And then the uncle was crazy. He had her like going spying and stuff. And he's like, how you got my daughter spying?
Right.
And I don't know about it.
Yeah.
You know, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So no, this episode was fantastic. This was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, because it really did the background. Like that's what we've been waiting for instead of like these little like adventures. And we're on episode 11 and we got 5 more episodes left.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting better now because it's getting close to the end. You know, another good thing about this is for all the people that watch Rebels. Of course, Hera was in this when she was a kid in this. Of course, and Hera is the leader of the Rebel Force group in the in Rebels. And Rebels, of course, is after episode what? Rebels is after episode. Rebels is between 4 and 5. No, well, somewhere between 4 and 6 is Rebels, something like that. Anyway, so it's good to watch that and to see how she got older. And of course, she's gonna meet the kid who was in the very first episode of the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good to see that. You get a little context and stuff like that. You know, a little something. I got a little kick out of it.
Little thing, because you watched Rebels. For me, I was like, oh, girl. Girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, she. It was good action because there was a lot more action. We got to see Crosshair, which was nice.
Crosshair was good. He was savage as usual.
Yes.
This one was PG rated PG.
PG?
I went looking last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
And Crosshair straight up shot the dude in his head. They showed it.
Yeah, and they showed it. If you are not listening to the Empire, bop, next.
So I watched. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Kids are watching this? He shot him in the head.
Yes, parental guidance.
Parental guidance.
So you have to watch your first, guys, before your kids.
Make sure you watch it first. They let the kids
yes.
watch it. Nah, it was a good episode. It was a good episode. And you know, so we learned a lot of stuff. The Empire set it up to make it look like the one guy, I forget his name. I don't remember names good, but he was like the person the people respected. They respected him. And the guy
the orange guy?
The orange guy. The people respected him. And the senator, people didn't respect the senator, right?
The guy from last.
The one that got killed. It's a different senator. The guy who got killed, who got shot in the head. The people didn't respect him.
Okay.
So what the Empire did was they set it up to make it look like he assassinated him. Because remember, what happens is they killed him and then they're like, arrest him for killing the senator.
Yeah.
So let's set it up because you got to discredit him because of people who's following him. So they're doing all kind of things behind the scenes, manipulating people, causing distrust. Right. I want to see all this.
I want the entire show
this
to be the Empire.
This show should just been called like
the Empire.
Aftermath or something.
Aftermath.
The Empire or something.
The Empire.
That Batch thing was aight, but this stuff right here
is more interesting because I feel like the thing is, we had the Bad Batch, but what character development are we getting? Like, what connection? Like, we have Omega, but like, cool. We understand that Omega,
Boba Fett's sister,
right, is Jango Fett's daughter and stuff like that. And then, so now let's talk about the Bad Batch. What is Wrecker doing? What is Hunter? Like who? Yeah. Like what is Echo bringing?
I mean, they're really
I barely see Echo and Tech. Like, what are they bringing to the table?
They're really just like doing the arc of the week, right? Every week they got a mission. Yeah. Sid gives them a mission. They go do something. They come back. Sid gives them another mission. I mean, and they're paid up now. Their debts are paid off. So
we'll see what happens next.
So it's for today, this was great. They came in, they delivered the weapon sold to the guy, and they left, and it was perfect.
Right.
It was just enough. We didn't need any more of them, and it was good to see the world building. So
world building. That's what the show should have been. Yeah, like have the Bad Batch come in every other episode or something like that. Yeah. But have it, where it's the Empire, and then we see other people trying to fight the Empire, but they like bring in somebody else every episode or something like that.
This is great. This is great to see how they're building everything up.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Crosshair he's savage.
The Crosshair is great. He's a great character.
He got his new uniform too. It's all silver.
Yeah.
You're looking like Phasma.
You think so?
He looks like Phasma though. He has the same silver suit like Phasma.
Yeah, it could be like a connection.
A special type of, I don't know. Maybe you're like a
material.
No, maybe you're like a I don't know, special ops or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, something. Yeah. That's why you wear the silver one. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, I enjoyed the episode. It was good.
I give it an 8.5.
Yeah, give it 9. I don't know. All the episodes, it's more surprising and it's more fun because episode 2 I really liked. So it's like anything with the Empire.
I loved it.
The last episode was good too. I remember.
The one before this was good as well. Yeah, this one was the best one.
It trend, not as much Omega. It's not like we don't hate. It's not like we don't like Omega. Mm-hmm. It's just that more things are presented when she's not in the episode.
Yeah, because they're trying to build her up for some big surprise. We know that the Geonosians want her back for her genetic material because she's a first generation clone. So they want her for genetic material. So we know that now. What are they going to do about it? Are you going to go confront the Geonosians or not? Or are you going to keep running?
Right. What's going to happen?
What's your plan?
But the only thing that's going, y'all need to go follow me on TikTok at Leia AA LAYAHAA. Yes, the only thing that's keeping me together is that theory that you told me about last week or the week before.
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
And where there's a possibility that Darth Vader could be in it. That would be great.
That would be the way.
That's the only thing that's keeping me going.
Like the last episode needs to do that.
Yeah. Last episode
should do that. If they put Vader in and have him just come out and wipe one of those guys out,
call it a day.
I'll be back for next season.
I would be back because then it would be about Darth Vader. Maybe not really, but it would still be about Bad Batch. Yeah. I can't wait till it's Darth Vader.
Darth Vader's out there right now at this time, wiping out the remaining Jedi.
Okay, give me that show. You know what I mean, Dad? It's like,
give me the Vader show.
You mean the Vader show?
Where he's hunting Jedi.
Hunting Jedi. Okay. The thing is, we're getting Obi-Wan, yes, but we're not. I already know in the Obi-Wan show, it's gonna be very grounded and very getting to know Obi-Wan, and we're gonna get glimpses and little bits of Darth Vader, and that's the problem. We only get like a little bit of Darth Vader.
I think the Obi-Wan show is gonna be really same thing. Obi-Wan's gonna be going off world to do small missions.
Yeah,
like because Luke's a kid, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say this is 10 years later after episode 3. So let's say Luke's 10. I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, we're not gonna see Luke. I hope not to see Luke.
No, you're gonna see Luke.
Oh, I mean, see him, but he's not gonna do anything.
But he's gonna be in the distance or whatever. So I think Obi-Wan is gonna be going off world, doing missions, coming back, doing something.
And then Darth Vader comes in.
Trying to hide other Jedis. I think. Well, we already know Hayden Christensen's in it.
Yeah, which is interesting because you're wearing a mask and you're burnt, so you didn't really need to be in it. But it's like, fine, sure,
whatever.
Yeah, sure. We'll give it to you.
It could have been anybody in the mask.
It really could have been anyone, but it's fun, sure.
Whatever. We all know he's coming back, so yeah, there'll be a Vader scene. Now he could be coming back for a flashback scene.
Flashbacks, yeah.
Star Wars doesn't really do flashbacks. So it'll be a dream sequence because they don't do flashbacks. But he could be coming back for a vision scene where they were having a conversation or something. They were talking about something.
That's the thing. It's gonna be a little bit of Darth Vader, a little bit of Hayden Christensen, and I want a Vader show where Vader is the main character, and it's not where it's like Loki where he's a villain, but he's actually good.
No,
not even I want possible. A Vader show where Vader is bad and everyone's hiding from Vader. Don't even try to make a glimpse.
It's not even possible to make a show where he's like, "Oh, I still have some feelings."
But they would. I feel like they would. They'd be like, he has a little bit of feeling.
Then don't make it. Don't make that show. You know how they could make a Vader show though? This is how they make a Vader show. Mm-hmm. They can make a Vader show, but don't call it Vader. Okay? They can name it whatever they want to name it. Hunt for the Jedi or whatever you want to call it. So it's not a Vader show, right? Mm-hmm. However, the main antagonist is Vader, and what you have is every other week you have different Jedi. Trying to escape from Vader. And the word is getting around that this new person, they don't know who he is because he's new. He wasn't there before. All of a sudden he just popped up. So then there's this rumor of this person, the Sith Lord. The Sith Lord is coming through, and we got to protect ourselves. We got to find refuge. Who is he? I'll challenge him. I'll take it. Yeah, whatever. Vader. But they don't know yet.
Yeah.
Right? It's new. They don't know who he is. They just know he's a Sith. So he shows up. People are gonna break out. And Vader does wreck shop. See, that way, since it's not called Vader,
right?
Vader's not the main. He's not the main protagonist. He's the antagonist in it. Every week you have a different protagonist in it.
Yeah.
And then you have to have one. You do have to have one
like a person that's like getting away
through because
like
otherwise,
Ahsoka.
Otherwise it's gonna be an anthology show. It's not gonna have a continuation.
Right.
But that's how you do it. That's how.
Dave Filoni, hello. Okay. We need to be getting paid. We're constantly giving you ideas. Our dad's constantly giving you ideas.
I'm telling you, that's how you do a Vader show. If they're not gonna do it that way, don't do it. Because I don't want to see Vader being soft. No. I don't want to see him being like, I feel good.
No.
Conflicted.
I want you to continue to choke people through the galaxy. Like what?
Across space.
That still gets to me. I need to watch that movie again. Through space. You said something wrong.
So that's what I'm telling you.
That'd be good though.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I wish they would do a Vader movie. I mean, a TV show. But I think because they know how big of a character Vader is and how beloved he is by everyone. Just the same thing as Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
They're very careful in what they're going to do with Vader.
That's
Very
true.
careful.
That is true.
They don't. And here's the thing too. Something is only mysterious when you only see a few times.
I know.
If you see Vader every week, after a while, it's
like,
it's Vader.
It's just Vader. Because, like,
right?
Like 40, I think it's been 40 years later, we're still like,
we're still talking about Vader, right?
Like, yeah.
So you can't give him every week, otherwise you'll just be like, okay, here comes Vader, right?
Right.
But if you leave him kind of mysterious, you don't know much what's going on. You want every time he shows up, you're like, it's
this
Vader.
is not a
it's
game.
Vader, but this is not. Oh, this is serious. Like when he showed up at the end of
Rogue One,
that was
that's the savor.
That's the best part of the movie. I put that movie on. I put the movie on and jumped the entire movie just to
skips the end just for that scene.
Just for that scene.
That's a great
scene.
scene.
So I'm saying, so that's why you have to kind of leave him mysterious. So, but still, at some point, somebody needs to do something with Vader. You can't just let that character die.
Right, die off and that's
and then you don't ever show him again. So either you have to put him in a movie, a prequel movie, or you to create a show where he's only popping up here and there, but the main persons are having and hiding and running and communicating with each other. Yeah. And then Vader shows up every now and then, he's just wrecking shop.
Yeah. And maybe to keep it more mysterious, maybe it's like the Empire coming to get them and then he's just in the background like...
Yeah, leading the whole thing. Yeah. Man, they rewrote Rogue One because the original script for Rogue One had Vader coming down to the planet and wrecking shop, like cutting through all of the people on the planet, because you know how they blew it up with the Death Star.
Yeah.
Vader was supposed to come down looking for the girl, and then all these people come charging, and Vader's just chopping through them, crushing them. They rewrote it though because it was too violent.
Let me breathe for a second. let me breathe for a second. So, why?
I don't know, man.
Why?
I don't know.
Because that would have been a beautiful scene. That's Homelander right there.
It'd have been crazy.
We need it. I feel like that's where to get that in season 4.
Yeah.
Bad Boys.
The Boys only on season
3, season 2. Okay. Yeah. So season 3, we need a Homelander going crazy. We're at season 3 now.
Yeah.
I can't wait till that show comes out because we'll definitely be talking about that. Show, yeah. But that's a Homelander kind of scene where it's like,
just running through people.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember when you watch the trailers for Rogue One, there's a bunch of stuff they show in the trailers.
Yeah, that's not there.
You never saw in the movie.
Yeah. I've seen that.
They rewrote it and all kind of stuff.
They're like, we want it to be more wholesome. That's the problem that I have a little bit with Star Wars. They're still trying to cater to kids.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. You can't do live actions like that.
Yeah.
But Dave Filoni is now, he's been promoted to head of...
he's the Kevin Feige of Star Wars.
He's the Kevin Feige of Star Wars now. So you're going to see a lot of better things happening. Before it was out of control. It's gonna be focused now.
Yeah,
because Dave Filoni's there.
Yeah, and Mandalorian. I love Mandalorian, so that makes sense. It makes sense.
It's gonna be awesome. So we'll see what they do with Obi-Wan. What they need to do is start cracking out some more shows.
Star Wars, you think so?
Yeah. They're losing their luster, man.
Everyone's losing their luster because Marvel's like,
yeah.
You're really trying to catch up. It's too late.
Yeah,
we started. You know, the thing is, Marvel's like, we started in 2008. Y'all try to clown on us and be like, superhero movies, whatever. And now, y'all, the thing is, people on TikTok trying to catch up and be like, we're fans. We're Marvel fans. It's like, no, you weren't there from the jump.
They got a whole dance.
Oh yeah, that one dance with the
Got a whole dance from.
It's just like people want to be like, I know Marvel, and I'm like, do you really? I know. Have you watched all 23 movies? 4 shows,
24
3
now.
shows,
24 now.
24 movies, and if you didn't watch the movie today, fake fan. No,
that's crazy.
That's so funny, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Star Wars. Star Wars is. I'm a little annoyed with Star Wars because they have so much rich material that they could use, but they're afraid to do it. Mm-hmm. You know, so I don't know. Someday they'll break away and let Kevin Feige is supposed to produce one.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, Kevin Feige is supposed to produce a
Kevin,
Star Wars
you need
movie,
to-
a standalone movie.
Yeah, you need to focus on
Don't
Marvel.
worry about Kevin Feige, okay? But if he does produce one, you know it's gonna be off the chain.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
And yeah, the thing is, Marvel, I mean, Star Wars does have a lot of content to go off of. And I wish they would do the franchise thing where they, like how Marvel is, where it's like everything's connected, which, I mean, everything is connected. I know that.
Yeah.
But, I'm not into it too much, so I guess I'm missing some things.
Yeah,
but
yeah, the books and the cartoons.
No,
and,
I mean with the shows. I mean, it's, you
well,
need
the
to-
shows are, but the problem with their connectivity problem for me, they're so sparse. Like shows are 10, 20 years apart, but then they try to put connective tissue between them. This
yeah.
is 20 years ago.
Yeah, right.
This little Easter egg you giving me right here, yeah, it's cute,
was-
but
yeah,
it doesn't have any
right.
stakes. It was 20 years ago,
Right.
Or it's too far apart. It's not. Marvel is every year, Like,
Right.
It's every year.
It's something's
happening to this. That means this. That
Right.
means this. You're showing me something in Mandalorian. Well, Mandalorian is 6 years after. It's 6 years after episode 6 and 20 years before episode 7.
Right.
Nothing
Yeah.
you're showing me here
Matters.
ties to anything.
Right.
It doesn't go into episode 7 to say if I see something in Mandalorian, it's that's why that happened.
That's
in
why
episode
that
7.
happened, right.
No, it was 20 years before.
Right.
So it doesn't mean anything, right? They tried to do it with which the movie bombed, but it was a great movie, Han Solo. They tried to do it with Han Solo because they were supposed to make a Boba Fett movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were supposed to make, but it got canceled because Han Solo bombed. And in Han Solo, at the end, credit scene, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Han Solo by now.
Yeah.
But in the end credit scene where you see Darth Maul, remember?
No.
You don't remember, huh?
I watched that one time, like
Okay,
forever
so at the
ago.
end credit scene, Darth Maul shows up and he reaches out and his double bladed staff comes over. Well, they were supposed to be setting up the Boba Fett movie because Han Solo and Boba Fett has this competition for years, and that was gonna be the connection. And when the Empire kind of fell apart a little bit, what's his name?
Darth Maul?
Darth Maul had this whole underground thing that he was running. I forget the name of the underground group that he was running. It was a whole thing he was supposed to do,
wow.
tied to a bunch of other things, but
It didn't work out.
Han Solo failed.
I think they need to stop with this whole like Solo failed, but you need to keep going so people can be like, because Thor 2 failed. I mean, but they kept going. They still made it part 3 and they still went on with Marvel.
Star Wars, though, man. If you don't bring home $1 billion, it's a failure.
That's sad. And the thing is, 6, but then they want to go with 7, 8, 9.
Trash. Solo failed. The reason why Solo failed, to be honest with you, it wasn't Solo's fault because Solo was a good movie.
Right.
The reason why Solo failed is episode 8 was trash.
Right, yeah.
And then 6 months later, because they pulled it in, Han Solo was supposed to be a year
Oh.
after episode 8.
Yeah.
Okay. But they got greedy. So they pulled in Han Solo to make it 6 months after, 5 or 6 months after episode 8. Episode 8 was trash. It left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. So when Solo came around, they were like,
I'm good. I'll catch it on streaming. I'll catch it on DVD.
Yeah,
whatever.
They didn't go. But when we went, it was like, this movie's actually pretty good.
I didn't watch it
The
again.
movie was better than episode 8.
I mean, yeah.
Okay? So, but it just got a bad hit because people was like, nah, I'm not going to see that movie.
Yeah.
So if it waited a year, people would have been starved for
for
Star Wars. And they'd have gone and watch it.
Right.
So
Sad.
it ain't Marvel yet, man.
It's not Marvel. And the thing is, nobody can catch up now because y'all wanted to clown on us. It's too late. The thing is, DC, y'all just throw everything away and start from Snyder Cut. I'm still going to say it over and over. Throw everything away, start from Snyder Cut. And 10 years from now, Injustice. 2030, Injustice. Just build it.
Yeah.
Make us love everyone. And then rah, you know?
I don't know what the plan. I don't know what the plans are for DC, man. It's all over the place.
Just throw it away. Just throw DC away.
DC's all over.
Because they have the solo DC stuff. They have another
doing
Suicide
Joker
Squad.
2.
Joker 2 just because the money.
Oh man, I saw the trailer for Suicide Squad 2. I'm not feeling it.
I wasn't feeling it just because it has the name of DC on it. So. Like that. I'm still gonna watch it because it's superhero. You know.
I think I'm gonna wait for that. I think I'm gonna watch that one upstairs in the theater, in the theater room.
It's getting that bad now. It's getting to the point where
I looked at the trailer for it. I was like, yo.
Margot Robbie.
I think I watched.
John Cena.
Dude, first of all, you should not have said John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena. I think No, he's just a
He's
Suicide
in it,
Squad.
but I don't think he's gonna be in the whole movie.
No, he's a squatter.
I know,
he's
but
a squad.
I don't think he's gonna make it. I don't think he's going to the end.
Oh yeah,
He has a spin-off show that's coming on HBO Max. Same character. They're making like a 6-part TV series for him. So I don't think he's. I think
for
he's,
John Cena's character, not
I
for
guess
even
he did a
Margot
good job. I
Robbie's.
just he did a good job. Well, Margot Robbie's character is good in Suicide Squad, but
by herself. That's true.
But
That's true.
but that movie,
Oh, then no, Harley Quinn and
Harley
the thing
Quinn
or
and
whatever.
that was trash. Did you watch it?
I fell asleep. It was really bad.
It was trash. I couldn't
Sophia
finish
really
it. I
likes
turned
it.
it off. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah,
It was unwatchable.
I was so mad. We talked about this last week. We talked about this show, this movie. It was just it was really bad.
trash.
I didn't like the narrative.
I turned it. I was like, I can't watch this. This is garbage.
Yeah.
I had to turn it off. So DC's got a long hill to climb.
Yeah, for real. You're at the bottom. You have to. The thing is, you've just had so many bad movies. I will give you Shazam. I'll be like, okay.
Shazam was good.
Yeah, see, I'll give it to you. Shazam was good.
They're shooting Black Adam finally.
I want to see that because I like Shazam.
Oh, the Rock's in it.
So yeah, that too. And the thing is, how is Joker good? How is Joker solo movie good? How is the Dark Knight
Well,
solo
see,
movie
Joker
good?
was shot in real world.
That's the thing.
There was no powers or anything.
Right.
It was a real world psychological, which happens in the real world. People crack like that for real.
Right.
So it was real world. So
Right.
Everybody loved the Joker.
And that's the thing. I think that's the mindset that people have on DC is that it's really grounded.
Yeah.
How about we stick with that? How about we build off of that? What if
It's too late now.
No, it's not. Please.
They did
Because
Dark Side and all that.
Justice League is good. Snyder Cut is good, so it's not too late to be grounded and dark. Please.
Well, they're shooting the Flash right now.
I don't know. Just forget it.
They're shooting the Flash.
Like I like the Flash and Justice League Snyder Cut, but he's the funny character, so it's gonna be a funny movie.
Well, no, I don't think they're shooting it like the first, like Joss Whedon's version.
Yeah.
I think they're shooting it like Snyder's way.
Okay.
Because in Snyder he wasn't a
where
clown.
he's smart.
He was intelligent. He was a forensic scientist.
You're a forensic scientist, and you don't know how life works. That's like with the Peter Parker thing, Dad.
Yeah, I know. So Josh Whedon wrote it funny. I didn't like it. So no, it's gonna be good.
All right, well that's it for Bad Batch. We kind of went on tangent.
We went on a different road.
Yeah. So we already give our review. So yeah, we're gonna move on to movie news.
So what's happening in movie news?
Purple.
Jesus. Special effects.
Special effects. Is that? Look at that.
Killing me.
Purple. Okay. So I'm gonna start with my mini review of Monsters Inc. And it was a good time. It was very nostalgic because they kept the original theme song, and also they brought back the original voice actors. So
John Goodman did,
the people, John Goodman and Billy Crystal.
Oh wow, Billy
the name.
Crystal.
I think that's the name. The original people. So it was really nice to hear their voices and stuff. And they didn't make Sully and Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
Sully and Mike Wazowski. They didn't make them the main characters, which was really interesting.
Oh, okay. So new characters?
They were like, okay, we're the CEOs now, and we'll help out every now and then, but here are the new characters. And I like the new characters. Remember the guy from Superstore? The main guy from Superstore.
Oh, you mean the manager?
No.
Oh, the thin guy.
Yes. The Ugly Betty's boyfriend. Yes.
Ugly Betty's
I don't know people's names, okay?
Yeah.
So, he's the main character.
America Farrah.
Is that her name? America?
America Farrah.
Her name's America?
Yeah.
Mark.
Mark.
But anyways, he's the main monster, and he's like, he was brought on to be a scarer, but right before everything turned, like he got a letter before everything went to a laughing facility. So he was brought on as a scarer, and he was like, what's going on? I thought I was going to be a scarer. They're like, no, you're a jokester now, and you're going to have to actually work for it. And we're going to start you as a mifter, which is like dumpster people. Sorry, like basement people. And this is where I get a little bit mad and get a little bit overthinking. So you brought me on as a scarer. Like that's the top people. That's the like let's just say that's the actors. That's the main people. And then I'm gonna be a mifter now just because you changed the policy. You changed the policy. I have to be demoted. And I have to work to be a scarer. I mean,
I gotta work my way back up.
I have to work my way back up.
You don't think I can switch?
I already worked my way.
Can you give me an audition and let me try to make you laugh or something?
That's even funny as fuck. First of all, let me audition.
At least.
And then two, Dad, a different mifter got brought on as a jokester.
Wait. They made a mifter, a jokester,
Yes.
and made this guy a mifter?
Yes, because yes. She was like, "Oh, you're actually kind of funny. You could be a jokester." And the guy,
Can I get a chance?
so I can't get a chance. I was already brought on at the top of the top. And the thing is, he took it very well. He was like, "Oh, well, good for Banana Bread. Good for him." I'd have been like, nah, I want to speak to the manager.
Is this an episode show?
Yeah. So it'll be a new episode every Wednesday
Oh,
with
wow.
Loki.
What is it on?
Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a Disney Plus review show,
I might have
guys.
to I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's a Disney Plus show. It's okay. It's for kids, so that's
Then I won't give it a shot.
It's for kids. Like that's the demographic. This like Bad Batch is like, is it for kids? But this is for kids.
This
So
is
it's
for kids.
but if you liked it when you were a kid, this is a great movie. I mean, a great show to watch every week because it's nostalgia.
Is it before Monsters University?
No, it's after.
Is that retcon? Or so Monsters University?
Way after.
Okay.
You mean Monsters Inc. Monsters University is first, Monsters Inc. and then this show.
I thought was Monsters University a prequel?
Yeah. It was
Oh.
a prequel. It was about how Mike and Sully met.
Ah.
And then, Monsters Inc., right at the end of the show, they change it from a scare floor to a laugh floor.
Right.
And then this show happens.
Gotcha.
Like it's minutes after, or days after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One. Yeah. So, it's a good show. Check it out if you liked Monsters Inc. That's it. for
All
that.
right. What's your rating?
I don't know. It's nostalgic. I give it an 8. I don't know. I might give it higher. It's just it's a fun time.
Okay. I might watch it. Probably not.
Okay. What If trailer? What did you think of the What If trailer?
That What If trailer looked good.
Yeah.
I liked it. It kind of gave me multiverse vibes.
Right. Yeah.
Like something happened because it started out with Doctor Strange, and something happened with him, and then from that point, it was doing flash between the original characters and the new character. So it gave me multiverse vibe. I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to see either. It comes out August 11th. And what surprised me the most was the team up between Killmonger and Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's going to be really interesting. It's like, what can you
what's
even
his name?
do?
T'Challa is on. T'Challa is what's his name?
Star-Lord.
He's Star-Lord.
Like, what even happens? Like, it's going to be crazy. I don't know how long the show's going to be, like how long the episodes will be. I feel like it's going to be 30 minutes, but if it's an hour, I'm like, okay. Like, it is an animated show, so I'm like, they're usually 30 minutes.
I don't think it's going to be an hour. Yeah, it's going to be like 30 minutes probably.
Yeah, so it's like, it's bringing interesting stuff. Another interesting thing for me is the Guardians of the Galaxy saving New York instead of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Just like, whoa, okay. Like, is Star-Lord going to be like, oh, I'm back on Earth now? Does he still have that background?
But he's not Star-Lord.
But I don't know. But every episode's different.
Oh, so maybe a different role
It's not
of Star-Lord?
Yeah, these aren't connected. And these aren't canon either, guys. So don't get it too much into
Don't
it.
be out there trying to shut it down.
Like, yeah.
I saw this in What If?
This didn't happen, or I saw this in What If. No, it's not canon. It's literally what if this was different.
Yeah.
And I like that it's animated so we can have a lot more graphics and a lot more things can happen.
And then what's her name? Peggy Carter is Captain
Carter,
Carter.
which is supposed to be Captain British, but it's fine. Captain Britain. It's fine. But yeah, she's Captain Carter, and Steve is like in this Iron Man suit. So I don't know if he made the Iron Man suit. No, it had it. Well, not him. Probably his dad, Tony Stark's dad. Henry?
Yeah.
Howard
Stark.
Howard Stark probably made that suit for Steve. It's gonna be really good. Yeah. I'm really excited for it. And the thing is, we have to wait 3 weeks.
When is it coming out?
Oh, we have to wait 3 weeks between Loki and the show. It comes out August 11th.
Okay, I'll be ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm here for it, guys. We've had to watch we've had so many things this week. We've had Black Widow, Loki, Bad Batch, High School Musical, the musical, the series, which I didn't watch today. I gotta watch it still, so I don't have a review for y'all. And Monsters Inc. That's crazy.
Yeah, cool. Let me know how it goes.
Yes, I gotta. My friends on Snapchat have been on High School Musical. They're like, because it's awkward, Dad, because the girl and the guy. Okay, let's get into it.
You should do a show about High School Musical and musical. Like, take a good 20 minutes and do like a single show about High School Musical.
I am gonna bring my friend on. We're gonna talk about it because Olivia Rodrigo and the main girl and the main guy were dating in real life. And then they broke up before filming season 2. And then season 2, it's just so awkward because they're in a lovely relationship. And then they have a breakup episode, Dad. It's just, I don't even know how you act on set.
Well,
they were in a relationship.
Who said a real life breakup was a bad one? It might have been just mutual.
I love that. Yo, he doesn't know what's going on. This is so good because she wrote a whole album on this guy, Dad. An entire album. I got my driver's license last week.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
Dad, it was bad.
It was bad breakup.
Because he left her for some girl. He left her some...
And now they have to act together? Oh, shoot. Well, at least you're getting... Here's a good thing, though. If I'm the director, I'm loving it. Because I'm getting real raw
I know.
emotions.
Because they already broke up, and then they had to do a breakup scene.
I was going to let it all out. The director would have been behind like this. That's not in the script.
That's not even in the script. But okay. Oh my God.
None of this is in the script. What is he doing? He's improv. Let him go.
Let him
keep
go.
Rolling,
let him keep going. Yeah. So me and my friend, we're gonna do a show on it because it's just real awkward, and we're gonna get into it. But yeah. Okay. What else? I think that's it. What is our time? We're at look at that. We're at an hour.
We're over.
We're always like really.
We're right on time.
Perfect on it. But I don't know if there's any other movie news. We finally watched Fast 9.
Oh my God.
Mom, you can't be on here right now.
Is Mom on?
We finally watched Fast 9, and it was just as ridiculous as you know. It came out last week. It's as ridiculous as
Jesus Christ. I'm going to give a few seconds for Mom to get off.
Real quick.
Because she wants to see it.
Because she wants to see it, and we're going to do a little bit of spoiler. Because, Dad...
We're going to do a lot of spoiler.
We were joking, Dad. We were joking. Mom, you have 5 seconds. Okay, here we go.
This movie was trash. I had a great time watching it. I had a fun time watching it.
I'm a little hurt.
She's a little hurt. I had a fun time watching. Look at her face. I had a fun time watching the movie. I was caught up in the stunts. I was caught up in the explosion. When I say this movie's trash, I mean from a perspective of writing, unbelievability. Okay. Now, once you turn off your brain and say, "Okay, this is Fast 9," you're gonna have a great time watching this movie. You're gonna thoroughly enjoy the movie because you're gonna be so. You're gonna be so. Hold on. You're going to be so caught up with the amazement of it, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You're going to say, oh my God, so much that you're going to have a good time watching the movie. But if you go in there with any inklings of a good story, logic,
a good story, physics,
your brain. If you're the kind of person who gets taken out of a movie when stuff doesn't make sense, you'll be out of this movie from the beginning. Like you'll be taken out of it and you'll be watching it from here.
I tell people the thing is I like this movie and I can't.
I liked it.
The thing is I can't see it any other way. I can't see it like a bad story. The thing is I did not care about logic. I wanted no logic. I wanted.
They've gone so far.
That's what I wanted.
They've gone so far left that when they come back with Fast 10, they better stay left.
Don't try to come back.
Don't try to
Don't try to be fake and try to be like, oh, we know we're trying to do logic. No, I want you to go meet aliens. I want people are like, he needs to go fight Thanos, and the way he wins is not the Infinity Stones. It's
Vin Diesel has an adamantium skeleton. Okay, Vin Diesel has an adamantium skeleton, and if you don't know what adamantium is, that's the metal that's inside of Wolverine. Vin Diesel's head literally gets ripped through concrete wall.
No, first before we do that, he pulls down concrete. He pulls down the ceiling above him, Daddy.
He pulls down like a big old concrete ceiling with chains. Okay.
Just like Dwayne The Rock. He just pulls down. He's like, yep.
Pulls it down, gets hit with tons of bricks, falls into the water, and just then Letty just jumps in and say, "Look,
Call it a day. That's
listen, logic. There is no
logic.
logic."
And the thing is, the magnet one is the one that killed me the most.
Jesus. So these guys are driving around with magnets that are so powerful that it can pull a car off the street into the back of the truck.
Wait, it went through a building. Don't forget.
Oh yeah. Sorry. How can I forget? The magnet is so powerful, it pulled the car through a building. Across the street, into the back of the truck. But the magnets never affects any metal within the truck. No metal in the truck is affected. No. The side of the truck never caves in. Nothing.
No.
They take these magnets, strap them to the back of their cars, and then they use the magnets to throw other cars around. But surprisingly, as they're throwing other cars around, all the people who are their friends are never affected by the magnets.
Dad, it's family. Family is the reason why they don't get pulled in. That's what. Anytime someone's like, "Oh, it's not logical," I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about," because family is the reason why they were able to do this. Okay, and then we didn't even talk about the craziest thing.
Crazy than that.
They went to space.
No, here's what's crazy. They went to space and looked this up in a Fiat.
I'm done, Dad. I'm done.
They were like a 1970-something Fiat. They strapped it to the top of a plane.
To a rocket.
Put a rocket in the back of it. Then Ludacris, by the way, his name is Ludacris, meaning this is crazy.
This is crazy.
Ludacris says, you have to trust the math.
In space, that.
How did you break the atmosphere? That wasn't even the crazy part. These fools put on a diving suit. A full-blown diving suit, the old school diving suit with the helmet. And used duct tape. Use duct tape around the helmet and around the gloves. Oh, we're sealed. We're protected. We're protected from space. Yep. No oxygen pack now.
Nope. Need it.
No oxygen. You know
oh my God, Dad, there was no oxygen.
Okay. The only oxygen they had was within this suit. No scrubbers, because you breathe out CO2.
Right.
You breathe in oxygen. If you don't have scrubbers, you build up oxygen in the suit. The same way oxygen is trapped in the suit,
right?
CO2 becomes trapped in the suit.
Yeah.
But forget all that.
Family. Family is what kept them alive.
No
man.
backpack,
That's the whole logic.
They're in space and they're so high in the atmosphere. They're able to reach the International Space Station. Get out of the car
and talk to the people
and wave.
Hey, how are you doing, Dad? This whole movie was just absolutely ridiculous, and yeah, it was a fun time. And I want 10, 11, 12. I want 10, 11, 12.
The movie was ridiculous.
The thing is that I remember literally saying, "Oh, what's next? Space?" And then we talked about like Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah,
and stuff like that. But we were joking. Like it wasn't supposed to actually do that. Yo. So now, no, I'm gonna go all the way. You need to meet an aliens next.
Let's go after Thanos. They need to be like Thanos snapped away half the universe. Let's go get him.
Let's go get him. I want them to land on Mars.
I don't even know. I don't know how you. I don't even know how you top this.
Go to the center of the earth. Something at the center of the earth.
Here's the thing. Here's what's different about this movie. Fast 2 through 8 was written by the exact same writer. All 8 from 2. One was a different person, and you can tell one was different because one was logical.
Yeah.
It was down to earth. It was regular. There was no grandiose, nothing. Mm-hmm. The most grandiose thing that happened in one was car racing.
Right.
No magic.
No magic situation. Yeah.
2 through 8, same guy, and it's been building. Mm-hmm. They brought in a new writer. You know what he said? Let me show you how it's really
We're already
done.
at 9. Let's just go all the way.
Let me show you how to go all the
I
way.
wonder what the ratings are now since we're at a week later. I want to see if people still like it or not. 60% Rotten Tomato and 82% audience score. I agree with it.
Audience still likes it.
I agree with that rating. It was a fun time.
If you ask me, should you go see it? I would say yes.
Go see it. Go see it in theaters. I don't think I could have watched it at home.
Yeah, I fall asleep at home.
Yeah, I fall asleep at home. So watch it in theaters because it's just a fun time.
It's fun. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it for our DNA. If you have any other questions, comments, or reactions, let us know now. And yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment.
That's it. We'll see you guys next time.
When Dwayne Johnson grabs a helicopter with
I know.
with a chain.
And holds it. And holds a helicopter.
Is Marvel has thousands of my dollars. Okay.
Got you.
Thousands.
You were got.
Because I'm already years from now. I'm still going to be watching.
They got you.
They got me from
It's
2008.
inevitable.
Okay.
They can't even stop. You can't even stop that train right now.
What is Tarkin's goal right now with this new group?
So Tarkin, of course, is in charge of the entire Imperial force. Him and Darth Vader are equals.
Yeah, where's that Vader?
Well, you know.
Oh wait.
They-
No,
Well,
yeah.
don't forget now, Vader this is just after Order 66. So, oh man, how cool was it?
Yes. She blows up the TVA, right? And we get a bunch of different timelines, which I'm gonna go over because there's a bunch of different ones that we actually recognize. So let's start with one of them. It's because 2020 we had nothing. You know how hard, Dad? Let's really talk about this. You know how hard it was to get through 2020? I've had something Marvel, something superhero since I was 8. Every year since I was 8. And then 2020 is like, no.